About camp quality. Oh, that's simple. When you build something useful for our camp, you increase the camp quality.
Peggy 18.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of Graveyard Keeper here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Now, I have to state few things. First of all, I will not be going through the base game or the Stranger Things DLC on this playthrough. We are gonna be specifically only working with the Game of Crone's DLC. Now, to be perfectly honest, because these are not your professional walkthroughs, moments before the Game of Crone's DLC was launched on Steam, there was an update for the game. I thought the update was the DLC itself. So I basically went ahead and started to run around for like 45 minutes like a complete idiot, trying to figure out why the hell is it not working for me. And of course, when I went back to Steam, I figured out, hey, you know what? Game of Crones is for money, so I had to pay for it and relaunch the game. So basically, at least I can skip editing a stupid amount of footage which has nothing to do with the new added content. So, do I know how to trigger some of this content? Yes and no. It gave me at least some information and I'm going to try to cover as much of it as possible. So let's head out and see, or try to sleep and see if we can trigger this new DLC. Okay, it looks like I did read it correctly. Holy smokes, who are you? A thief? Sorry for the intrusion, and no, I'm not a thief. But are you sure you're not a thief? Have you ever been in prison? That is the weirdest questioning ever. Yes, we escaped from prison 3 days ago. Okay, so this is one of the refugees. Wow, a real repeat offender. Cool. Dear Keeper, I couldn't possibly be a thief. I'm a marquis. Okay, interesting. Well, I've heard of contract killer nicknamed Baron, Viscount, and Countess. Listen to me, please. Ooh, this is serious. Even the music restarted. I am Marquis Theodore Jr. Along with my friends, we're sentenced by the Inquisition to the fire. But we are not heretics. This is just someone's vile slander. So we escaped from prison. Alas, now everyone managed to get out of town. Those who survived set a camp nearby. Okay, I have something to say about the camp. I'm forced to come to you, Keeper. We desperately need your help. I know that look. Yes, we're ready to pay you. Okay, cool. More money. Money makes the world go round. Show me your camp and let's talk details. Now, if you were able to watch my episode, which was based on the email with the notification about the Game of Crone's DLC coming for the game, I show you exactly where I estimated the camp to be, and I was correct to assume it's gonna be in the forest up in the upper left corner of the map, close to your quarries. Then why don't you go hunt and blah blah blah. You're right, but understand our situation, please. We all belong to the aristocracy. We had neither experience nor skill for living in such conditions. We know philosophy, etiquette, rhetoric. Can that help us with food and drink? On the other hand, please rest assured we have more than enough to pay you for your services. Food and drink. That doesn't sound complicated. Okay, get the money ready. Please don't tell me I'm gonna have to start serving these people hamburgers too, because that would mean I'm gonna have to trigger Donkey to start delivering more corpses. Which might not be the worst thing, all things considered, because Donkey is supposed to have added content in this DLC too. Which means if you tell anyone about us, we'll all die. Sure, it's top secret. Wink wink. One more thing. One of my friends desired to meet you very much. Okay? Master Alaric, the former Inquisitor who helped us escape. Damn. Graveyard Keeper, what an honor to meet you. It's a pleasure for me too, but... Speak louder, his hearing is quite poor. Yeah, I'm not gonna shout into the microphone. But I haven't done anything yet to... Much louder, he's almost deaf. Can I just write him a text message? To deserve such a respect! I joked. You do, and you will do. Theodoro, could you let us talk privately? Yeah, I'm not gonna shout. Of course, Master Alaric, your crime secrets, thank God, are not my business. Seriously, how are we talking privately in a tent? It's a tent. Those are not actual walls. And now what do you know, blah blah blah. Sorry? What did ancient God tell you when he brought you here? He's looking straight through me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I have no idea what you're talking about. I bury corpses, conduct sermons, trade human flesh. That's all. Don't lie to me, Keeper. I know more than you can possibly imagine. And what's the point of interrogating me, Master Alaric? I see, forget my questions. Please just leave me in peace. This was constructive conversation. No problem, have a good day, Master Alaric. This guy sure could use a hearing aid. Don't pay him any heed. Alaric is just selfish and cruel old man. Are these like soldiers or like the other Inquisitors? But you said he rescued you, Marquis. Isn't that a reason to be grateful? Perhaps, but there are many more reasons not to be grateful. Okay, so I'm gonna show you on the map what I was talking about. So here we have the refugee camp. This is exactly where I assumed this will also appear. So this is not an area where you will get that early because you will need to clear out the debris in order to do so. And in order to do so, you will require certain carpentry tech, like the wood wedge and also planks and stuff like that, which is one of the main reasons why I'm not doing the base game from the start. it would just take too much time to grind until this time. So let's go take a look at what can we do here in order to increase the population. New refugee will require the free place and refugee happiness. And there is some construction area here for some added tents. Now the question is if we can trigger some more conversation, but probably this will have to wait until the next morning. So I'm gonna go back to my home and I'll return on the next day. You know, I would actually kill for a speed potion, but if I'm gonna be talking too much with the NPCs, I don't think it's the best use. Also, the newly added content for the game or patch is actually the sound of the bats swooshing around as they try to attack you. Now, when it comes to zombies, I actually even do have a tips video on the channel on how to make the 12th White Skull Corpse type of zombie, which are extremely efficient and will help you a lot in your game's progress. So we're gonna have to take a look at that as well. So let's go save up the game, save the progress, and I'll talk to you when we return to the camp. Okay, so we are back at the refugee camp. Let's go talk to Marquise in order to find out more information. This morning I spoke with a former servant of my father. He spoke of the Inquisition's repressions. The people are falling into panic. Nobody knows who they'll come next for. The atmosphere of fear is growing and growing. Have they thought about the possibility of leaving town? They're too frightened. They pay huge bribes in exchange for promises of safety, but the safety only lasts a short while. Yeah, that would make sense. Then I would probably try to ditch the town too. But no, generally speaking, there's nowhere to escape around here except our camp, maybe. Maybe the camp can become a new town. Can't you accept new refugees? I'd like to help those people, I really would, but our camp is so small. Well, I could build an additional tent. It would be great. And it also meant we need a well. Otherwise, the people will start suffering from thirst. It's actually funny because in the Middle Ages, people did not drink water at all. That was mostly due to the fact that they did not know about stuff like bacteria and such, which meant that drinking stuff like ale, beer, wine, and other fermented beverages which contained alcohol were much safer, despite the fact that there weren't that many what's the word I'm looking for? Well, yeah, the hygiene was not that well developed and there were not that many treatments. Okay, let's go take a look at what would we require in order to make residential tent, water well, and other stuff. Okay, refugee happiness. We are at 0.008 out of 3. That's gonna be a problem. If we go talk to the Inquisitor, can we trigger more conversation? Okay, I just wanted to check. So here's what we're gonna try to do, because I'm not really sure if this is gonna take like time for the happiness to trigger or to be created. I do have silk, I do have wooden sticks, I have pieces of stone, and I do have simple iron parts. So I'll go fetch those and I'll be right back. Seriously, I would kill for a speed potion. Now, one thing which I will wonder about is the fact if the bats spawning in this area will still keep on popping in despite the fact that there's going to be a refugee camp. I also do wonder when we are going to get the notifications regarding stuff like the vampire which is supposed to be terrorizing the area and such. Oh yeah, I'm a dumbass. I totally forgot the wooden sticks. Oh. At your professional walkthroughs apparently was the correct name for the channel. I keep saying that and I will continue saying that. Hopefully we are close to massive forest here, so that should potentially lead us to... I seriously don't know what the heck is preventing me from crafting some of this stuff. Also, it looks like the refugees have cleared out a massive patch of the trees. Which is a fun thing because before this DLC was implemented, there I think was a tree which did hold a beehive on this section of the map. Let's see if we can talk with Marquis and see if we can trigger some building here. Because otherwise I have zero idea how to trigger the happiness a bit faster. No time for regrets to survive. We must look for up to ask about the camp. I can try to explain it. Obviously I'm no specialist, but I read about such matters. There are certain deep mechanisms and parameters involved. Imagine it's some tricky game. And if you understand it that way, you're halfway there. About camp quality. Oh, that's simple. When you build something useful for our camp, you increase the camp quality. About satisfaction. Well, how to explain this? Speaking specifically, satisfaction converts camp quality into refugee happiness. But remember, refugees only produce satisfaction when they're happy and when they have enough food and water. In other words, some more satisfied refugees, the more satisfaction. Exactly, it's simple, isn't it? About food and water. Our refugees can look after themselves for the bare necessities, but it isn't enough to feel any satisfaction. They won't die of starvation, but it won't be enough for camp development. I got you. So how do you suppose I should feed them? For instance, you could regularly put some food and water into the storehouse, and please watch that the storehouse isn't empty. Only refugees. One refugee needs just 3 water and 30 energy a day. As you see, they aren't gluttonous at all. Okay, this makes me question what is the storage. Okay, so this will be it. Beautiful. So what happens if I load in pancakes and all my baked mushrooms? Will that do just about anything? Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna just cram this tent full of food and see if that will allow me to build more tents and other stuff. So yeah, there's gonna be lots of transitions in this video. I'm not also sure how long do I want to make it, but that's the thing. I have limited hardware. I can only trigger that much excitement about my channel if I try to cover these indie titles as much as I can. So maybe the first episode will be a bit longer and we will try to cover as much as I can think of in these first parts of the episode. And of course then I'm gonna continuously keep on trying to upload more and more content. What a fine place. Let's make a trade. My smithy for your house, the church, and the graveyard. Yeah, I don't think so, but... That's an incredibly generous offer, Craswold, but I'm afraid... He thought I was being serious. I'm not such a complete idiot, and I want to live and work in this dump. Yuck. Come on, it's not that bad. You're so polite, almost like farmer. Are you brothers by any chance? I tell you a secret. I was the smith before his ancestors even moved here. Now, you're coming with me. Am I under arrest? There's an emergency in the village. Radric is gathering all the villagers in his tavern. Is this some form of a ploy to compete with my amazing Talking Skull tavern? I'm not a villager. There are vampires in the village, Keeper, and we expect the first fatalities are just around the corner. Radric has requested a specialist in the dead. Now go! We're late. Remember, it's your fault. Rose, thank you. We all feel your pain. We all know your suffering.
Morat.
That was the third and final of the vampire's victims for today. But any of us could be the next to meet him. Chain, the farmer's son, Rose, is only just beginning. Oh man, did he kill Chain? Villagers, I await your suggestions. Do you know how much work did we had with Chain so she can do stuff in town with Miss Charm? Not all at once now, please. Corey, your suggestions first. My suggestion? Ah, yes, of course. People hear my words. 1 week only, Corey and brother will be available to fix your porch. What a dumbass. For a 15% discount and as free gift, we'll get a special wooden platypus from Tress. Platypus from Tress? What the hell is he? No, that's my favorite toy. Business is business, brother. Okay, Adam, let's hear your suggestion. My suggestion is to assign 2 bodyguards to each villager. What? A week ago, a band of ghouls wrote some offensive slander on my wall. Adam, it was the village teenagers. I even helped them a bit with the grammar. Okay. Besides, ghouls don't exist. Sure, but zombies do. Oh dear, Logger, your suggestion. My suggestion is for everyone to stop eating dead animals. Yeah, because he will give you a vegan lasagna. This is gonna trigger a lot of people. It's only natural that you end up seeing vampires and other nonsense. Fresh fruits and braised leaves, the secrets to healthy body and spirit. Yeah, you see? You see? I'm just waiting for someone to yell witch and burn him at the stake. What? To turn down candied chicken leg marinade? Never! Beekeeper, please don't spit on the floor. Is there something you'd like to add? Yeah, Beekeeper is a real freak. Yes, there is. You people are you crazy? You're all full of rubbish. I do wonder if the captain will say something, because he's the only one who's not looking towards Heradric. It's all becoming clear. It's the vile doings of my sworn enemy, the Hornet Man. But fear not, my army of carnivorous beasts is nearly ready. Soon, very soon, I will release them upon the village. Yeah, that's gonna help a lot. That would be most kind of you, Beekeeper. Are there any other suggestions? Seriously. Most suspicious person. Great, the meeting is adjourned. You are all free to go. That was productive. Keeper, could you spare a moment? I'm already here. Listen, may I ask you to look into all that stuff? It's pretty unexpected, but I appreciate that you confide in me, despite the fact that I'm ruining your business. Frankly speaking, I wouldn't exactly say that I confide you. But if I ask some villagers, I have to give them a huge tax write-off, in addition to their reward. What tax write-off? Nobody pays taxes here. So it only makes sense to ask somebody outside the village. Wouldn't you say? Somebody outside the village can include people from the town, but I guess they have their own trouble with the Inquisition. On the other hand, you're such a kind and understanding guy. Perhaps you agree to help us for free? Question mark? Question mark? Okay, let's go with it. I'd hope for a little compassion in the time of our misfortune, but very well. What a greedy rascal. Very well, let's go home and think a bit. Find the vampire. Okay, well, first of all, I have an inventory full of stuff which I want to drop off at the camp. Also, question is if dropping off just stuff like vegetables will be enough. Also, since we have the merchant here, this is important. He is the only person from whom you can purchase silk. So, I'm gonna go and buy a full stack of silk. So I'm gonna buy some more grape seeds from him. Since we are here anyhow. And the money which I have spent, I should be able to earn back just from the sales from the merchant store. And if I would want to break the screen or make you more cry, I can go into my tavern and show you the sales there. Because I keep selling mostly Gold Star wine, which is the best seller. And the worst thing of all is that you still cannot utilize, for example, the zombie here to craft mead. This will only create beer for you, which is a huge letdown. A huge letdown. Okay, so we have the apple cider. I do wonder if just bringing like raw vegetables would give enough satisfaction to the refugees, but I'm not gonna be such an a-hole, and I just rather bring them some actual dishes, since we actually do have all the necessary ingredients. I might try to do some baking here and some other stuff, who knows. But first I really need to like free up some of this inventory, because it's just gonna be a huge no-no otherwise. And all things considered, I'm gonna have to look for a place where the zombie or the vampire, sorry, might be located. And all things considered, that can be a lot of places. And who do we have here? It's time to pay for your crimes, you foul creature. Defend yourself. Shepherd, are you talking to me? To you, you vile vampire, prepare to die in the name of my wife and all the other innocents. Hey, that's kind of funny. You really think I go around at night sucking people's blood? It's not actually the worst thing to do. How come I'm always out in the sun working? That proves nothing. You could be vampire mutant. So what, like Wesley Snipes' blade? There's only one way to check. Bunch of garlic. Eat that. What? Raw garlic? It's not that hard to eat raw garlic. Aha! He refuses. The fiend gives himself away. Oh crap. Ah, beautiful. We have an effect. Are you satisfied? Like my old teacher from the Order of the Dead Hunters used to say. More. Okay, we cannot even grow garlic. Man, our breath is gonna be horrible. I hate you. However, if you are a mutant, you might be resistant to the garlic. Eureka! I know what we must do. Take this wooden stake and plunge it deep into your heart. If you die... Yeah, I'm not doing that. Stop. I have a better idea. I will find you an actual vampire, and then you can cut me a break. And if you fail? Then you can kill me, or I'll eat a whole bucket of garlic or whatever you need. Actually, growing garlic would not be the worst thing. We don't even have onions here. I mean, the food must taste horrible. It's a deal. I guess it would make sense to talk to the victims, Chain, Farmer's Son, and Rose. Okay, so I'm gonna have to return back. I have grabbed a bunch of stuff, such as water, bottle of apple ferment, red wine. We have some meat too. It's gonna be a bit tricky to basically try to balance the productivity for either the tavern or for the refugees, but because I have like at least 6 zombies working on growing my grapes or hops, it should not be that much of an issue. I unfortunately discovered that the productivity rate even of the super high-end zombies with 12 white skulls is not living up to certain expectations. So it's gonna be actually kind of questionable to see if these refugees would be able to grow their crops at faster rates in comparison to some of the zombies. Because based on the print screens we were able to see, there are gonna be farm animals and such. And the biggest problem which I had was the fact that I did not have access to certain things. Certain things such as, for example, having access to my own animals. This was kind of a massive thing for me, and that is due to the fact that eggs can be used for lots of recipes, and even in the good old times, eggs were actually used for a whole bunch of recipes. I'm really hoping that the variety will give the options to the people of the camp to choose something which they might like. Heck, I'm gonna even give you some gold star grapes because I really don't know if this is gonna affect them somehow. Let's give them even some gold star pumpkin. They have now water, they have now booze, they have now some dessert, they have now actual food, and I can bring a whole lot more. This has actually allowed me to get up to 1.79. Now we're still gonna require more points, and I feel like this is gonna take a while when it comes to stacking up the happiness, or which will then allow me to build more buildings. So you know what, because I have only 8 gigs of RAM, I'm gonna actually cut off the episode here. I'm gonna try to work on getting more footage for the channel, so consider subscribing. I publish also content on a weekly basis for playthroughs, discussions, early in-game reviews, and other stuff, so go check out the channel. Link will be in the description. I hope you did enjoy the return for the Graveyard Keeper, especially here on my channel. I do appreciate the views. If you have any tips, tricks, concerns, questions, comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to get back to you at my earliest convenience. However, currently I will be kind of busy grinding through the game and trying to put out at least a couple of episodes so that I have some footage for you guys to enjoy. And I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.